Well, hello everyone. We're going to give this another try. You have to love technology. So the internet is a little kind of funky today. I don't know what's going on. The sun's shining. It's beautiful out. Who knows? All right, so starting again, we're going to be focusing in on 4 different bundles today. We are going to be doing the Easter basket. I know it's a little early, but Easter is just right around the corner, so I'm going to show you a card with that. We're going to use Greenery Lane. It has a fantastic die set. The Beautifully Celebrated. I love this stamp set. I especially love the dies. You are going to love it. And then we're going to be using this adorable Woolly Friends. So the Woolly Friends bundle comes with the stamp set and the punch. So let's get started. So we're going to use the Woolly Friends first. So we're also going to be using, I'm going to show you these papers. So this is the Easter Joy Designer Series paper. This paper is fantastic. I don't know if you have it already or not, but it is so thick. It's beautiful. I love it. These would make great little gift boxes. It's just so thick. Love it. And then we're going to be using this lovely and beautiful Specialty Designer Series paper. So it has some gold foil in here. Simply beautiful. Love it. Okay. All right, so let's have some fun. So again, for those of you that don't know, this is the new packaging for the stamp sets. So we're going to pull this out. So what I did, and I know I went over this in the last couple of videos, when you get your stamp set, you get the stamps and you get the envelope. What I do is I take this top thin sheet off. We'll just tuck that there. And I ink the whole thing, and then I stamped it on just a piece of cardstock, just so that when I'm going to put them away, I can just line them up, and then it will show me which stamps are missing. So I'm sure not to throw any away. All right, so our first card. Adorable, absolutely love it, he's so cute. All right, so we have our balmy blue cardstock. Isn't that cute? It's very pretty, I love this blue. All right, so we are going to take our bone folder, and we're going to fold it in half. And I did score it, so just going to line that up a little bit. Press that down. There we go. And then we're going to take one side of it and fold it back on itself. Just like that. All right. So now what we're going to do is put our Designer Series paper on first. So we have this piece of cardstock, and I've already cut it. I love that with the crumb cake. So fun. All right. So we're going to put our adhesive on the back. And you do have an opportunity to get this kit to create all 4 of these cards. And I have how you can do that in the description of this video, so be sure to check that out. And we're going to take this other piece of cardstock. Isn't that pretty? It's got the gold in there. All right, and we will put this. Gosh, I feel a little winded. Whew. Today has been just such a busy day. All right, and we will put that right here in the front. There we go. Now, I have cut out these. So these labels are from the Beautifully Celebrated dies. So in this die set, you get these frames, and then of course you get the dies that coordinate with the stamp set. I love these. Absolutely love them. Just going to tuck them in there. I already did the die cutting. So what we are going to do is some stamping. And I already stamped out the sentiment, and this was from the Stylish Shapes dies. Took me a second. And then here is our little lamb. So I stamped the lamb on just some basic white cardstock. And what we're going to do is take some Smoky Slate, the light, and we're just going to go around just for a little shadowing. We're not going to color the whole little guy in. I mean, you could if you wanted to. Just wherever there's the black outline. And then I think we'll leave his little legs like that. But we'll color in the top of his head, maybe a little bit around the ears. And I think that's good. Then we're going to take some light Pretty in Pink. And we're going to put some little cheeks on. And then color in the ear a little bit. So this here, I already colored this. This is the little bell that's going to go around the little neck. Super cute. Okay, we're going to put these on the side. And we're going to stamp. So we are going to grab our flowers. And I need my black ink. And we're going to put some flowers right here at the bottom. Let that hang out for a second. We're going to grab the second one and just put them right across here. Might be a little lower than I wanted, but we'll work with it. All right, so I need my chamois. Oh, I ordered some new chamois today. Can't wait for them to come. I love when they're so clean. Okay, so now we can put this back. We're not going to need our little flowers. So we did that. Now let's color these. Let's move this ink over. So we're just going to grab our dark Pretty in Pink. We're just going to color the flowers real quick. This goes super quick. You could color them any color you would like. I kind of stuck with this color because that's the color that's in the designer paper. And I love that our designer paper, it lists out the colors that are in the paper. Okay, so we got that one. Let's color these flowers. Okay, now let's go to our petals. So we have the Shy Shamrock. We'll color the leaves. And I'll do this just real quick because you get the idea. All right. Oh, there we go. And one more. Okay. So now let's go ahead and start assembling. Okay. This is going to be the inside of our card, but we're going to put that in last. Okay. Now we have our white and we're going to attach it to the balmy blue. We're just going to do that flat. Just going to line it up in the center. So how I got this was I had taken these dies, I grabbed one size and then I grabbed a size smaller so that you get that nice framed effect. All right, so let's put our little lamb together, and then we will put the little lamb on our card. So I'm just going to put some seal. You could use liquid glue if you would like. You know what? Let's put his little bell on first. There we go. Now we can put his little head on, or her little head. Cute. All right, let's grab some dimensionals. So I'm going to put one of the dimensionals where it's attaching the body and the head. Because you don't want a headless lamb. That would so not be good. So not be good. All right, and one more. So if you are here and you are watching, please say hello. Let me know that you are here. So we're just going to put the little lamb right here in the center. All right. Now we have this designer paper, and I just used a little scrap piece that I had, so I'm just going to cut the ends. I'm just going to angle it. And let me know that you are here. And thank you so much to the people that tagged and shared my video last week. Your prizes have gone out in the mail already, so thank you very much for that. All right. And then don't forget to post pictures of your cards in the Mail It Monday post. I have it pinned at the top of my page. What Mail It Mondays is you just simply mail cards to people. Show me a picture of the cards that you're mailing. And then I do a drawing the first Monday of the month, and I send you a fantastic card. Now I let you know by posting the winner in this Facebook page, so you have to be sure to check back. All right, so this is some really pretty gingham type ribbon. This is Misty Moonlight. This is new. I'm just going to tie a small bow. Very easy to work with. I really like it. Now there's some ribbons that I don't care for, but only because they're a little hard to work with. There we go. And we'll put this over here. All right. So now let's attach this to our card base. Okay, so I'm only going to want to put adhesive on half of the back of this, okay? Because if you do more, then it's not going to open. There we go. I'm going to put that right in the center. Just like that. All right, let's grab our mini glue dots, and we're going to put our ribbon on. So it's a thicker ribbon, so I'm going to grab 2 glue dots. All right, and we're going to put that just right at the top. It's right there. We'll put our little bow on. And then, oh, we have to have some bling. These are so pretty. So these are the Sparkle Dot Essentials. Very pretty. I think they are just so shimmery. I love it. All right, so we are going to use some of the pink. So we're going to grab that. And then we still have to put the center of our card. Don't let me forget. We'll put one here and one here. We still have to do that center. Almost. Okay. So we want to put this on the inside of the card like this, okay? But when it's closed, we don't want to see it. So what I'm going to do is put some adhesive on the back, and I'll show you how I got mine to line up. All right, so I just line it up like this on the back side. So this is the front, We just open the card, and I want to hide it. I don't want to see it when the card is closed. So just line it that way, and then I close the flap. All right, so you can't see it, and bam, look at that. So you have a nice space here to write your little message. Isn't that adorable? This is so cute. So this is one of the cards that was featured in a convention that I had participated in, and I just absolutely love it. I think it is just adorable. All right, so there's that one. Now, on to bundle number 2. All right, so we have our cardstock. We're just simply going to fold this in half, just like this. I should have scored it because I hate when it gets kind of crumbly up there. All right. And then, of course, we have the inside of our card. So let's put that in. Okay. And again, like I always say, you can stamp whatever you like on the insides. Sometimes I will stamp stuff in there, but not often. That was a little crooked. All right, well, it's on there. Bam. Okay. So now we will attach our frames. So to get this, again, I double layered 2 of the dies. Let me just get the dies out so I can show you real quick. I did it ahead of time to save on time. So just let me show you what I did. So I took 1 large frame. Okay. So that's the outside. And then I took the next smaller one and I ran it through the die machine just like that. Okay, and then this is what I got. I love it. Okay, whoop, almost lost that. Now, what we're going to do is put that on top of this. We're going to put some dimensionals. So you need your small dimensionals. The large ones will not work. You could also use, if you wanted to, the adhesive with the strips. The name of it just escapes me right now. All right. Just going to put a couple of these on. Okay, more than a couple. Because I don't want my frame to be saggy. And one more right here. Just like that. Okay. So now we're going to carefully line this up. So the outside of this is the same size as this. So it should line up. Just kind of find a point or two and then lay it on there. If by chance you are a little lopsided, you could try and take it off and start over, or just grab your scissors and trim it. Okay, so now let's put adhesive on the back here and put this on our card. It's a very simple card. All right, and we'll just put that right in the center. Okay, so now I had die cut out in the gold foil, and in some vellum I used the dies. And again, this is from the Beautifully Celebrated Dies. I love this die set. Absolutely love it. All right, so we have that. Let's stamp our sentiment. So we need our fresh freesia. And the stamp set would be helpful, huh? So this is the, where is it? I am using, where did my stamp set go? There it is. Good golly. Okay. we are going to use A Day to Remember. So I think the sentiment can be used for many different cards. Could be a birthday. It could be a graduation. It could be a lot of things. It could be for a baby shower or, you know, celebrate a new baby. All right. The options are endless. Okay, I'll juice this up. I'm just going to stamp towards the bottom. All right, it calls for a celebration. Love it. You know what? I don't want this sentiment. Do over. We're going to flip it. I need a smaller sentiment. Need a smaller sentiment. That one's just a little too big. All right, take that one off. That there, I want, this is the one I want. A Day to Remember. Okay. There we go. I'm like, why is that so much bigger? I grabbed the wrong one. All right, A Day to Remember. So I'm just going to stamp that towards the bottom. Just like that. Okay, let me clean this off. Where's my little shammy? There we go. That can go there. Now we're going to take our snips and cut this out. Okay, I want to keep it flat at the bottom. I want to keep it straight, but I want to cut the top part because I don't want it to look so bulky. Okay, let's get that piece off. And we'll just go around. There we go, almost there. And then I think we're going to trim a couple more sections of it. So let's get down in between these two words here. Go up. And you want to try and move your paper. You don't really want to move your scissors too much, otherwise it's going to look a little choppy. Unless that's the look you're going for, then, you know, do what you want. All right. So I have that. I'll get rid of my little woolly guy here. All right, let's get some dimensionals. We're going to put the dimensionals on the back, but we're going to put the dimensionals more towards the bottom because I want to tuck some things behind. All right, so now we'll put this like right in the center, just like that. There we go. Now I have these die cuts. We're going to grab our liquid glue. And let's try not to have a hot mess here. That one time, oh my gosh, it just kept oozing out. All right, so, ooh, that came out quick. Let's put some adhesive on the back of some of the leaves here. All right, and we will tuck this behind. Just like that. Now let's grab our leaves. Just gonna put a little at the bottom there. And that's it. Let's put this one. Oh, sometimes that glue can just be a hot mess. All right, now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to flip it the other direction. So I want it to go this way. Okay, so we're going to put the glue on the right side. Oh, jeepers. On the right side and tuck that in so that we have leaves that are going two different directions. All right. So now we're going to use this other ribbon. So this is golden white ribbon. This, no, it just says it's ribbon. Okay. But it has these gold flecks. I don't know if you can see that. Really pretty. So I did, because I wanted to use just a little bit of the gold and the white, and I tried pulling it. This ribbon does not allow for that. So I saved you some time trying to pull it apart. It doesn't really work. Unless someone did find a way to make it work, then please let me know. I would love to know. Okay, I'm going to make this a little bigger because I need to trim that end because it frayed a little bit. All right. Just like that. You just got to play with it. Now this ribbon is a little more difficult, or I should say a little more challenging to make a pretty bow. More so than the other ribbon we used. So if you're looking for a soft, delicate bow, this is not the ribbon. But I like that it's a little chunkier because it'll take this dainty little card and it'll help balance it out a little bit, if that makes sense. Definitely going to use 2 mini glue dots. I'm going to put that right up here at the top. And we'll grab that and smoosh that down. All right. So now we're going to use the darker pink, or is it more of like fresh freesia? I'm not sure. All right. So I'll put one down here. One there. And do we want another one? I think 2 is good. All right, so here is card number 2. So that was using the Beautifully Celebrated stamp set. Okay, then card number 3. All right, let's see here. I got that. Where is my sample? Card number 3. There we go. Okay, so we have our basic white. Just going to fold it in half. Easy peasy. Just right in half. Line up your edges. Take your bone folder and press that out. And this is that other designer paper. So pretty. All right, we'll grab our adhesive. Put that right in the center. There we go. Now, I used, let's see here, this is the Greenery Lane photopolymer stamp set. So this is the stamp set we're using on this one. Peel that off. And the dies for this one, so I already went ahead and I did the die cutting. So I used the frames from the other stamp set dies. So I die cut these out already. This was from a punch that we have, so I did that. These are the dies that die cuts that came from this die here. All right, so this is the Greenery Lane. All right, so let's do some stamping. So here, we're going to grab our punch. I would like to grab our soft seafoam. And we need to grab the correct sentiment this time. So I want love and hugs, and yes, I am sure this time. All right. Now it's a lighter color ink. Let's hang out here for a second. There we go. We're going to let that dry. Yeah, so the purpose of this class is to show you 4 of the new stamp sets. So I know that they're releasing a lot of stuff quite frequently, so I just kind of wanted to show you what some of the stamp sets and the dies look like in action. Okay, so now we are going to grab our puddle pink ink. And we're going to take, I need my black matte, and I don't have it, so I'll just use this. Okay, we are going to use the stamp that coordinates with this die cut. I'm just going to peel that off. Now you want to be careful peeling these off. You don't want them to rip. Okay, we need like the top section. Choose that up. And we're just going to randomly stamp. Alright, and I don't need to put anything over here because there's going to be the label over that. Okay, put that back. Put it this way. Alright, so now let's put this together. These are super cute stamp sets. I really like them. Okay, so we're going to take this and attach it to our white tag or label. I'm going to do that with some dimensionals. Peel the little backs off. Like that. Alright, now we're going to take that and just center it. And again, this was using a larger die, and then I went a size smaller. Just like that. Now we're going to put some adhesive on the back of our tag. Now you don't want to put it all the way because it is going to hang off a little bit. Okay? I'm just going to put adhesive on one side of it. I'll put that right about there. Okay? I'm just going to lift that just a tad because we don't want to push that all the way down just yet. Because we want to add some adhesive to the backs of this. So, these are silicone matte. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue towards the bottom. So you're not going to see this. It's going to be kind of tucked under. Hopefully. Alright, so I'm just going to take that and tuck that in. There we go. We'll do the same thing with the one with the gold. So this was die cut from the gold foil. Get back. There we go. Straighten that out. Oh, that kind of angled, didn't it? All right, let's see if we can turn it. There we go. Fantastic. All right, now we're going to grab a dimensional because we don't want this part here to sag. Tuck that under there. There we go. And we'll put some adhesive on the back. You could do liquid glue also. And we'll put that right here in the center. I just love how all the colors just coordinate. They're all matchy-matchy. I love it. That's still a little off, but close enough for now. All right, and then some linen thread. Now, everybody should have linen thread in their stash. This is just a staple that you should have. So you can get this kit to go. I am offering all the little bits and pieces, all the like the punches and stuff, all the cardstock. You will need your own stamp sets. So, but I am offering this kit for free. So if you make a $50 purchase, I will send you the kit to make all 4 of these cards. They're just so adorable. So you'll have all the supplies that you'll need. If you don't have the stamps, not a problem. Just use what you have. You know, I don't want you to like break the bank or anything. So if you have, you know, a Greenery stamp set, use it. But then you're like, oh, you know, I really want the woolly, you know, the woolly friends. Get that one. All right, so we have that. Now let's grab some bling. And let's use the green. One there. One there. And let's stick this little guy right up top here. All right, so here is card number 3. I hope you like that. Okay, card number 4. We're going to be making an Easter card. Super cute. So we are going to be using, obviously, Easter basket. So this is the stamp set. These are the dies. The dies are really nice. So you get this big, huge Easter basket. Very nice. And then you get all the little bits and pieces, you know, to die cut these out. So let's get our stamp set out. I am like totally making a hot mess on my desk here. Total mess. Okay. So I did go ahead and I already stamped out and die cut out the little bunny and the flowers, and I'll show that to you. Move that over. So we have our cardstock. We're just going to fold it in half. There we go. Again, please let me know you're watching. Put a comment in and say hello. So here's that awesome cardstock, the Easter basket, or the Easter, what is it called? The Easter one, the Easter Joy Designer Series paper. Again, super thick. So put some adhesive on here. And put that right on top. There we go. Now, to save some time, I already die cut out the little basket. The basket I die cut using the Designer Series paper. See, here's the little eggs. It's from that same piece of paper. We're just using this side. All right, so let's put our little basket together. Okay, here's our flowers. Here's the little bunny. I already colored him in. But let's color in the flowers real quick. And we'll just shoop, shoop, get this done. Now, it doesn't need to be perfect, doesn't need to be completely filled in. You can leave a little bit of white space if you want, especially around the center, because we want to add some yellow. And we don't want the other color like mushing in with it. I think it turned like a mud color. You don't want that. All right, and now we'll color in our leaves. Just a little shoop, shoop, shoop. That's a technical term, shoop. Okay, got that. Now, this is a part of the Easter basket, so we're going to put a little bit of adhesive on here. And we'll put that right over the top. Okay, now of course our basket needs some grass. So we're going to put adhesive on the back here. And I die cut out some grass, so you'll need 2 of these. Okay, so it's, whoop, don't want to wait on there. No one's going to see the grass there. All right, so I'll put that there. Cute, isn't it? All right, so now This is the piece that came out of the center of this basket. So initially I threw it away, and I'm like, you know what? We can just cut out some eggs and add them to our Easter basket. We don't need to throw it away. So let's cut out like 3 eggs here. And you can use the half pieces of egg if you want, if you have a lot more eggs that you want to add. All right, there's one. Let's grab this big green one. Yeah, so I did a little garbage pick and I picked out my piece out of the garbage. Okay, so I'll trim that out. There we go. And let's see here, we have an orange one we could do. This won't take much longer, I promise. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did try to cut out these little flowers. Oh boy. Yeah, they were a little hard to see. But if your eyes can handle it, by all means, cut them out. And let's grab this yellow one. Okay. Yep. Okay. There we have our little bits. So let's add some eggs to the back of our basket. So put a little adhesive on here. All right, so let's put a yellow one back there. Let's hope it sticks. Let's grab a blue, and then let's stick that orange one right behind it. So we'll need some adhesive on the back here, so the little orange one can stick right up there. Super sticky. Okay, so I think that's what we're going to do on the inside of the basket for now. So let's add, oh, you know what? We have to add our grass down here. So let's do that. So we're just going to put a little adhesive on the bottom. And we'll put that right here. The little Easter basket's sitting in some grass. There we go. Now let's grab our dimensionals. There we go. And let's put one on the back of where it's touching all 3 eggs, so it helps it stay. And then I want to grab and put one up at the top here. Let's see here, because a full one does not fit. So I want just like a half. So I'm cutting a small dimensional. Now, when you cut these, you need to cut them while they're still on here, because if you don't, the adhesive is just going to totally sticky up your scissors. I'm just going to put that right at the tippy top here. If it shows through, not a big deal, because we're going to cover it up. Okay. So let's put this right about here. It's right in the center. Still have, see all the fun little eggs. Let's grab some adhesive and put that on the back of our bow. So this was also die cut out from the Easter bundle. There we go. Now we have Mr. Bunny, our flowers, and our other egg. So we're going to take the egg and put some adhesive on. Put that just right at the bottom. All right, you could throw a dimensional. I think I'll throw a dimensional under there. We'll use a little bit of a portion of our mini dimensional here. And just kind of shoot that under there. There we go, that's better. That stays nicer. Okay, so let's grab a little bit of adhesive and put that on Mr. Bunny. And then we're going to need some adhesive again on the flowers. Okay. So let's put them, let's see, we'll put our, ooh, jeepers, nope, don't want that there. Let's put our flowers right here on the end. And put our little bunny just over the top of a little bit of it, just like that. All right, now we're going to stamp. We're going to pull out our Shy Shamrock, which is the same color as the eggs, as some of the eggs. Okay, now I gotta find my stamp set. Where is it? I'm used to doing like one stamp set for a class. Today I'm doing 4. Crazy. All right, Happy Easter. Where is that? Okay, I gotta take that other stamp off. There we go. Probably way too big a block for this, but that's all right. Stamp that right here on a piece of scrap white paper. All right, so you can go ahead and trim the edges, but I have a punch, and I'll show it to you. Not 100% sure if it is still available or not, but you know what? You can still use the stuff, even if it's not like brand new, or you know that it just came out. So I'm just going to take this and slide it in here. So if you have this punch, super easy. This is a punch you don't want to do upside down. So you're just going to slide that in there all the way in. I guess it would help if I opened it, right? Just like that. Punch, and then you get the little rippled edge. And do the same thing on the other side. Does anybody know the name of this punch? It escapes me. Oh, what's the deal here? Oh, that other piece is probably still in there. Oh, get in there. There we go. Okay. Let's put some dimensionals on here. And then we'll put one in the middle. Just like that. And I'll put that right at the bottom. And I'm going to put it more towards one side here, because I want to have some room for these beautiful embellishments. All right, so let's grab one there. Whoop. And we'll grab a small one and put that there, and we'll grab another medium one and put that there. Oh, I suppose that would have helped if you could see it. All right, and there you go. Okay, so these are the 4 fantastic cards. I hope you enjoyed them. So let me show you the cards that we made. So we made, this was card number 4. Here's card number 3. Let's move these over. Here's card number 2. And the adorable card number 1. Okay, so here's the deal. You can get a card kit for yourself. Okay. And initially I said you would get the supplies to make one of each of these. But because I love you all so much, I'm going to give you the supplies to make 2 of each of these. So if you place your $50 order at my online store, I will get an email letting me know that you did that, and I will send you the supplies to make 8 cards. Okay, now keep in mind, you will need your own stamp sets, because I am not allowed to send stamped images through the mail. All right, so that is all I have for you lovelies. I'm so glad you were here, and I hope you enjoyed the cards, and I hope you had some fun. All right, so thank you so much. I love you all, and God bless.